Hello everyone. My name is Professor Mrs. Kibera of School of Education in the College of Education and External Studies. I'm one of the founder members of School of Education. I joined it in October 10th, 1988, because the government of Kenya had expanded education. There was convergence of the A-level students and 84 for students. So a lot of space had to be created at the university. The College of Education was able to start once again after the School of Education had moved to Kenyatta University. And initially, the school started with three departments. That is the Department of Educational Foundations, where I was, and where I worked as a tutorial fellow for some time. And then there was Department of Educational Administration and Planning. There was also Educational Technology and Communication. Each of those departments had about 4 members of staff, and those members were charged to come up with a B.Ed program, and we worked very hard. We were very committed in spite of scarce resources and facilities, and we made sure that the program went on as scheduled. Later, the university found that School of Education without training teachers of sciences was not good enough. So 2005, the Kenya Science Campus became part of the School of Education. They started teaching B.Ed science teachers and ICT teachers. After that, we have soldiered on, and we also had founded in 2005 the Department of Physical Education and Sport. And the people who headed all those departments were very, very committed to making sure that the school produced qualified teachers who could ensure the goals of education in Kenya were realized. And not only for the goals, but also to foster international consciousness, because no nation is able to survive on its own. Now, my academic journey started when I joined here. I joined here with a master's degree from Kenyatta University, but after 2 years, I enrolled for PhD, and after 3 years, I also graduated with a PhD in the sociology of education. After achieving the PhD, I was now able to assume leadership. So 2000, I became chairman of Department of Educational Foundation, and 4 years later, I became Dean, School of Education. So I was chairman for 2 years, then Dean, School of Education for 4 years. The School of Education made great strides. We continued to increase the number of students. Each year, from 2005, we are getting 500 and over. So having started with 100 students only, to date, we are having over 5,000 students, both here and in Kenya Science. We have over 1,200 students. So we are playing a very significant part in the teacher education, and I'm very happy to be part of School of Education. The motto of School of Education is to ensure that the teachers that we produce are of high quality, they have high morals, and they are committed to the teaching profession. Others have joined the administration in the Ministry of Education, heads of institutions elsewhere. So we are very proud. We are very proud. As far as the University of Nairobi is concerned, I must say it's one of the best employers. For once you join university, you acquire higher degrees, you publish, and you do research. You move according to the promotion criteria. It does not matter that you disagree with some other person. If somebody wants to block you, they are not able. You only have to write and say, I have done these papers, I have finished the 3 years, I have a PhD, and they will even arrange, the administration will arrange that you get interviewed, and if you pass the interview, you get promoted. I had such experience when I was ready to be senior lecturer. So, University of Nairobi is very fair. University of Nairobi also cherishes quality education, and therefore, that's why today, that is why this year, 2020, it has been ranked in Africa as the 7th best university, in East Africa, #1, and in the world is ranked within the 1,200 universities. So where would one want to be but University of Nairobi? I am so proud to be in the University of Nairobi. University of Nairobi has also lived to its vision of a world-class university and of excellence. And that's why everybody is motivated to ensure that this position does not fall, but continues to improve. University of Nairobi has many disciplines. All the disciplines under one roof, and that is the beauty. Therefore, my recommendation at this juncture is that we concentrate now more on postgraduate programs, because if we are the best, we can also produce the best postgraduate for East Africa, Africa, and the world. And other countries always make provision for postgraduate students. They provide facilities for accommodation. They have special facilities. So if the University of Nairobi now can raise the school of graduate school into a college status, that would be the best, so that they can each college can have become part of that school and with the facilities. So with that, I congratulate the University of Nairobi for being the first in East Africa and 7th in the world, and 7th in Africa. My prayer is that they continue to produce human capital to enable sustainable development in this country and in the world. Thank you for listening to me.